Hello, hello. We'll give everybody a minute to get in here. It is Sunday fun day. Justin is my very esteemed, very special guest that I did not mention was going to be joining me, but I said, you know what? Let's ask Justin to be a part of this little soiree. So, Justin, how are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing pretty good. Like you said, it's Sunday fun day. But no, I'm doing pretty good. Thank you for asking me to be a part of this Sunday live chat.
No problem, no problem. What's up, Catman, Evan, and
Hey,
John?
Cat
How are you
Man.
guys doing?
How's everybody doing?
Are we doing fantabulous?
Fabulous.
That's good because we've got some horror news to talk about.
We do.
Yes, we do. And guys, my laptop wanted to be dumb again, so I'm running without the mic. So I will try not to interrupt Justin as much as possible, because if I do without my mic, it will it'll drown us out. But Catman, I'll message you when we get off here. Okay. J-Dev, how you doing, buddy? I want to let everybody know really quick, just in the the advent of being open with you guys and talking with you guys. Have not had the best week. Been kind of down in the dumps. I've had to reach out to Justin to kind of talk to Justin a little bit about some stuff I've been dealing with. Hasn't been a great week, and I just wanted to let you guys know that I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you being in here and wanting to watch and talk to Justin and I. So thank you so much. It really means a lot. And doing this is going to bring a smile to my face, I'm sure. So don't worry, I won't be down in the dumps forever. But it's just been kind of a rough week. And so I just wanted to let you guys know that. So cheer me up as best you can.
Yeah.
Just by being here, you guys cheer me up. So.
And if you don't leave some amazing comments, I'll have to sing to him. And trust me, I don't think Nick wants me to sing.
I don't mind the singing.
Okay, I know. I'm just messing with you.
So, guys, first and foremost, I want to talk about. Okay, so I think I want to go in order of like what I'm most excited about.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on People Under the Stairs? Taylor asks really quick. I love it. It's my
I do too.
favorite Wes Craven film. What about you, Justin?
Oh, it's definitely like my top 10. I love that movie. It's a great one. They always say like 90s horror movies, like before Scream, there wasn't so many great ones, but before Scream, yeah, there were some great ones that came out. So I think 90s pre-Scream is pretty underrated.
Yeah. I would say, Taylor, do you think it deserves a remake? I don't know if I'd ever say things deserve remakes, but I would like to see a remake of it if it were done by someone like Jordan Peele.
I think he's producing it. I think there's a one being produced.
That's why that was at the forefront of my mind, because I thought I had heard about that. Yeah, okay. So yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Josh, hello. 1031, how you doing?
Hello.
All right, guys. So the first bit of news I want to talk to you guys about today is, and I'm going to bring up the photo for whatever we're talking about, coinciding with the topic or the news story itself. And the first thing is Drew Barrymore. Why do we want to talk about Drew Barrymore? Well, we don't want to talk about Drew Barrymore. We want to talk about Scream.
Mm-hmm.
Scream. Which Scream? Which Scream are we talking here? Well, we're talking about Scream. Oh, my Lord. We're talking about Scream 1996, but it bleeds into Scream 2021. How so? Well, news broke that Scream is getting a re-release in theaters for one night only this October 10th. And at that re-release, if you catch Scream at its re-release in a theater this October, there's going to be, they haven't explicitly said what it is, but I'm going to go ahead and say either a scene or the teaser trailer for Scream 2021. They said that there will be footage from the new film ahead of the movie in the theater. I don't know if it'll release online right after that. I'm sure someone will leak it, so it probably will. But that's the first bit of news. Scream's getting a re-release October 10th, and there will be footage from Scream 2021 as a preview. Justin, would you go see this at the re-release? Do you plan on it? And what are your thoughts?
No, I would. I mean, if a theater around me plays it, I mean, first of all, Scream is perfect for October. Absolutely. Would love to go see it in theaters. And I think that's a nice treat, having, a little bit of a sneak peek of Scream. I know all of us, yourself, myself, and a lot of people want to know more about this movie coming up. So yeah, I'm really excited about this. I would definitely see this in theaters.
Yeah. Hey, Danny, how you doing? What's up, Bobby?
Hey, Danny. Hey, Bobby.
Yes, 1031 mentions that the 4K art has been revealed for Scream. I know. I am a fan.
Excited. Me too.
I'm going to be getting it. Are you going to get it?
I'm getting it. Or now my question is, are you getting the Steelbook or are you going to get the standard 4K?
Yes.
You're getting the standard 4K or both? You're getting both of them, aren't you?
Probably.
Me too. Me too. You know what? With Scream coming out on 4K, I wonder if they're going to use that new transfer for when they release it back in theaters for one night.
I didn't even mention, guys. That's another part of the press release that came out. The screening of Scream for October 10th will be the 4K transfer. So.
Love it. Cannot wait. I'm picking it up. I cannot wait to get it on 4K. So. And most likely I'll be buying both.
Yeah, and see, here's my thing about this is like, I think it's a really cool way to get people to go see Scream re-released in theaters again to kind of gauge the excitement for the new movie. I think they're doing that as a way to see, what's the excitement level like first, and also, it doesn't hurt to give people that little added incentive of, hey, you'll get your first look at Scream 2021. But I will say, if that's the first look, well, actually, I'll just say this right now. I think this is going to be the first look we get at Scream 2021. Now, a lot of people might be going, whoa, 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 that's 2 months away. By the time that comes, that's only 3 months before the movie. Yeah, and I think that's when you're going to get your first look, personally, because
I do too.
I think the intention has always been they're going to put a trailer ahead of Halloween Kills. I think the first real trailer will be attached to Halloween Kills. That's what I think. So if this re-release is coming out 4 or 5 days before Halloween Kills comes out, you have to assume they're going to show you a scene or like a promotional roll to hype you up for the teaser trailer, which will be dropping later that week. That's just my opinion of what I believe is going to happen. But I personally don't think we're going to get any teaser until Halloween Kills. What do you think?
I think so. I'm with you on that. I wouldn't mind if they showed the teaser before Scream played, but I think we're going to get it. We're definitely going to get a teaser, I think, before Halloween Kills. I would either love, before Scream came on, either love a scene from the movie or a possible making of the film, the new Scream, maybe some footage, behind the scenes footage, kind of giving us a little bit of a taste of what's to come.
Yeah. By the way, what's up, Sean? 1031.
Hey, Sean.
Also, I have not heard anything about the uncut version on the 4K either. I know people have been clamoring for it, so we'll see if it happens.
So I got a question for you real quick. What is the difference between the theatrical and uncut version? What was cut out of that version, or what was cut out of the theatrical version?
We would have to ask 1031 because I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't either.
I would assume it was probably gore. Like that. That's the only thing I could think is that it just.
I'm thinking that
gore.
The only thing
correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I remember the narrative being that this movie was gorier, and then that people say in the chat, it's about 20 seconds more. Yeah, longer stab scenes with Billy and Stu. I believe that this movie was, from what I read, was kind of neutered by the studio a little bit before it came out. They were like, no, we need to cut this down a little bit, a little less gore here, So Now it's not much, but one complaint a lot of people always have with Scream is like, well, it's not inventive enough with the kills. People feel like it's just knife kills, you know, stab, like it's very basic. A lot of people, I don't agree with that. I mean, I would like
I
to
don't
see
either.
more
Yeah.
ingenuity, but it doesn't bother me.
Mm-mm.
So
I
that's part of the
wonder.
reason.
I wonder if like we'll get more of like Steve's death in the beginning, Casey's boyfriend when he's strapped to the chair. I think there might be I could be wrong, but maybe a
Well,
little
yeah,
bit
it
more
could be.
gore with
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if
Yeah.
that is part of it. But yeah, guys, everybody, let us know in the chat what you think. Are you excited for it? Do you plan to go see it again? Evan says it's not a huge difference, but the extra gore in the uncut version does help
I
make
agree with
it
him.
slightly more effective. Yeah. Okay.
I agree. I agree with him.
So maybe, you know, maybe it'd be. I think I'll go see that. I think I'll go
How
see
about
that, and
so?
I think I'll document it. It'll be like a vlog thing. What do you
I
got?
like it.
What do you
I'm
guys
gonna go.
think?
I think that would be neat. I think that would be really cool to document it. So definitely do
Yeah.
that.
Sean says Scream 4 has pretty decent gore. It does. It does.
It does.
I love Olivia's death scene. How he
Yeah,
just.
that was pretty brutal.
Oh yeah, that is definitely brutal. And
That's
then the
pretty
phone
brutal.
call after it, where he's like, "Welcome home, Sydney." I'm just like, "Oh man, love it."
I know. It's pretty brutal kill.
Yeah, okay, not the studio. All right. The uncut version. Yeah, Steve's death is gorier. Okay.
Okay, there we go. See, I thought his was going to be a little bit more gorier. You know what's so funny is like you think of horror movies back in the 80s and the 90s, and they were so, I don't want to say they were tame, but they were kind of less gore than what we got in the 2000s with Saw and Hostel. It's so funny how things have changed like
Yeah.
over time. So
Yeah, it always makes me laugh because people, I don't know, you'll show a movie like Scream to say my mom, and you know she's kind of squeamish or whatever. And I'm like, you have no idea. This is nothing compared to what we get nowadays.
yeah, I know. It's crazy. Hey, T. Parker. Probably won't see
Okay.
theaters. I
Hold on.
recently.
So,
What?
well, hello, T. Parker Evans, but what are you talking about with that trailer? I didn't know that it spoiled it. Maybe I don't even think I probably haven't seen that trailer since 2011 when it came out.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in forever. I have not seen it in a long time.
But I did not
No,
know.
I hope with this new, you know what, T. Parker, and they might show some stuff, but if I recall, like when Scream 4 was like being made, I remember there was like so many pictures and on-set photos where I think with this new Scream, they're really keeping this like secretive. Like we haven't seen nothing, very little things.
I'm so glad you mentioned that, Justin, because I'm going to piggyback off of that. Because before we get to our next bit of news, I just want to talk to you guys really quick about the internet has been going crazy these past couple days on Reddit. I don't know how many of you guys use Reddit. I don't use it, but I will peruse it every now and then. I'll go on as a guest and just look at stuff. And some of the people in the horror industry have been talking about it. They are intentionally leaking fake stuff about Scream 5 to throw the fans off. No, like the studio is doing it on purpose. And I know if you guys remember a couple months ago, it was talked about how they had multiple different additions to the script, multiple different endings, multiple fake spoilers that they were going to let trickle out on purpose to throw everybody off their track. Well, it's been happening in the Reddit world, and people think they're getting, we're getting news on, we're getting this scoop on Scream. No, you're not. They're lying to you because this thing is being kept in like a safe. Like, no one knows anything about this movie aside from the people that really have been a part of it. It hasn't been test screened or anything yet. So,
I mean, we don't even know a plot or anything. Like but you know, with T. Parker's comment though, like, you know, I think he said, I remember how Scream 4 trailer spoiled Jill's reveal. I don't remember that. I'll have to go back and look at it. But with this trailer though, or with this new Scream movie and these directors behind it, I don't think they're going to show a lot. I think this is going to be something, because they've been so secretive about this, I don't think we're going to, at least in the first trailer, really get anything that's going to spoil something. So I hope that's not the case. I hope we don't get to see too much. But I think these directors know what they're doing, and they're like, we don't want like no one to know anything, no spoilers, nothing. So we're going to leave very little in this first teaser trailer.
And that's why I want to say to all of you guys, if you are venturing into the Reddit world for news about this, don't, because you're being lied to on purpose. The studio, the filmmakers are misleading you on purpose. You're not going to get leaks about this movie, not at least until it gets closer to its release. Everything you're seeing right now is complete BS, and it's on purpose. So just stay away from it. Wait till we get a trailer. Like, I said my piece on that.
I cannot wait for this movie, and I think I'm getting more and more excited with the months away from this movie. We still have a while, but and with like the little news that we've had, but I'm also really excited because we haven't heard too much about it. So I'm looking forward to it. My excitement's building up.
Me too. All right. So the next bit of news I want to touch on today, guys, and I don't know how many of you are into this. I don't know how many of you used to be into it and aren't, haven't watched it in a while. Whatever. That is American Horror Story double feature. American Horror Story season 10. We keep getting these weird posters.
Yeah.
This poster is obviously, as you can tell, half alien and half siren. And then we get another one right here of the alien and the siren making out with their tongues locked together. And then we had another one that just came out the other day of the alien like grabbing the siren by the head on like the beach. And I don't know, it was really weird. So let me pull these down for you guys real quick. I just wanted to show that for you. So American Horror Story double feature. We're going to talk a little bit about that. Justin has to catch up on American Horror Story. Not like it really matters that much because, as you guys know, up until recently, they hadn't really been connecting to the previous seasons. And even when they do, a lot of the times Apocalypse had some major connections, but most of the time it's really not anything super major. So let's talk about that. American Horror Story double feature premieres August 25th on FX and FXX on Hulu. We keep getting these posters and these teaser trailers that have nothing to do with the story aside from the fact that you're getting, I think, the antagonists in the sense that, or not the antagonists, maybe I should say the themes. One of them is going to have to do with aliens. One of them is going to have to do with sirens and creatures in the water. That's what I'm gathering. I actually gathered that last one almost a year ago, I think in October last year, when Ryan Murphy posted a teaser poster and it was like on a beach. And the hands are, and I was like, it's going to be like sirens. Like I really thought, because he had created a poll about it and sirens was one of the options. And then I saw that poster and I was like, it's going to be about sirens, isn't it? And it is. At least I honestly, I actually can't say it is, but I believe it is. But Bobby says, do you ever notice that every AHS season is good up until the 4th episode? See, I was talking about this with somebody at work. I actually think most of the seasons are pretty good.
Yeah.
They struggle to stick the landings sometimes. That's for sure. Usually the second to last episode is awesome. And then the last episode feels so underwhelming because your episode before that was awesome. And then T. Parker Evans says, love these double feature posters. I might need to get one and hang it on my wall. Yeah, they're pretty cool. They're colorful. I enjoy them. But
kind of creepy.
Justin, give me some thoughts.
I'm looking forward to it. I always look forward to American Horror Story when it comes out. It was such a bummer that we did not get one last year, obviously because of the pandemic, but it was so weird because normally during like close to the fall season, we always get one. But yeah, I'm so excited to get a new season of American Horror Story. I give props to Ryan Murphy and everybody over there when they start releasing like teasers each season, because we're not really spoiled with anything. It's always just, either a poster or a small teaser trailer. I mean, it doesn't really give too much away. So I'm really looking forward to this. I cannot wait to see it. I don't know how what Ryan Murphy and the writers and the team have behind this. Again, they haven't given too much away. So I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to see Sarah Paulson back, Kathy Bates, Evan Peters, Macaulay Culkin's his first season is going to be this season. The cast is great. And I really like the theme. I like the idea of a double feature. Talking about like the previous American Horror Story seasons, I always feel like you said, it's really for most part, the last episode where they try to wrap things up, and it's not always the strongest. Like you said, it's a little bit overwhelming. But I've always loved all of Murder House. I thought Murder House, the whole entire season was amazing. Hotel, I feel like it's probably my second favorite season. Underrated season. I absolutely love it. And you know what? I know a lot of people didn't like Apocalypse or Apocalyptic, or what was it called? Apocalypse. But I really enjoyed that season. I thought it was a great season. So in 1984, I got to finish, and I got to go back and finish the last couple episodes of American Horror Story Cult. But yeah, I mean, I going back to this new season, I'm looking forward to it. I cannot wait to see it.
Yeah, I love Hotel.
I do too.
I love Cult. I enjoyed Apocalypse. I really enjoyed 1984. I do not care for Roanoke.
Yeah.
I think the first 3 seasons, all 3, I just absolutely love.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
I see it. That's a bummer.
Yeah.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
By the way, 1031, I saw that you said you ordered Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 Blu-ray today. Awesome.
Sweet. All right, what were you saying again? I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're fine. I loved Murder House, Asylum, and Coven. I loved them.
Mm-hmm.
Freak Show was good. I liked Freak Show. I didn't dislike it.
Yeah.
Hotel blew me away. I loved that.
Yes. Me too.
Roanoke, I thought, was pretty bad. So, but I think almost every season has been pretty dang solid. So
yes. Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to this one because we're getting the cast back. We're getting Evan Peters, we're getting Sarah Paulson, and that means a lot to me because I feel like I've grown up with these people almost throughout my teenage years and in my early adulthood. They've been around since 2010 when I was in high school, making seasons of American Horror Story. So I just kind of feel like, I don't know, it's cool. I'm very, very much looking forward to them coming back. But
me too.
For everybody asking about a trailer, it's got to be any day now.
Yeah, it's got to be soon.
Almost 2 weeks away. So it's got to be any day now.
Yes, agreed.
Now, let's see. T. Parker Evans brings up episode 5 of American Horror Stories.
I haven't seen it yet. I have yet to watch those. I need to watch those.
Yeah, I watched. I've watched every episode of American Horror Stories. It has really struggled to grab me. I mean, it really has. Hey,
Jonathan.
It hasn't been bad. I mean, episode 4 was bad. It was really bad.
Yeah.
Like I actually was one of the cringiest things I've ever watched. Episode 3 was fun, but it just, I don't know, the characters weren't all that interesting. Episodes 1 and 2 were cool because it was back in the murder house, but I felt like narratively it was a little all over the place. And episode 5 had probably the best story for sure. I just really didn't like the ending. I thought the ending was super corny and weird.
Yeah.
So it's definitely not, in my opinion, up to snuff with the actual seasons of American Horror Story, but it's not awful,
I would say honestly, if you've not seen Ratchet yet, I watched Ratchet last season on Netflix, and it's not a part of American Horror Story, but it feels like it, and it was amazing. Like if any of you haven't seen Ratchet yet, please go watch it on Netflix. And I loved it, absolutely loved it.
Doesn't that have Sarah Paulson?
She's
Okay.
fantastic, and the cast is awesome in it. So
Yeah. All right. Well,
um,
that's our piece on American Horror Story double feature. We don't know anything. We should be getting a trailer within a week. So,
hey, Jonathan, I think are you asking about American Horror Stories? Because it's on Hulu.
no,
If
he's
you have
asking.
it.
He's asking about 1031's comment about a
Oh,
five
okay,
concept trailer.
okay.
So, the next bit of news. It's been 2 years. Actually, I think it's been over 2 years. I love this. I always have. I miss it dearly. Hey, what's up, Drew?
Hey, Drew.
And I know it's so typical. Oh my God, we're gonna talk about it because I love this. I've loved it since it came out. Okay, I've always been on the hype train. So let me fangirl for a minute and let's. Oh my goodness, and let's talk about where's it at? Where's it at? Da, da, da. I'll pull this bad boy up.
Stranger
Stranger
Things.
Things season 4. Yes, I want to talk about it because I love this show. And we got our first bit of footage, although it's literally 10 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I hated. This teaser was 30 seconds long. 20 seconds of it was old footage. Only 10 seconds was new footage. But we get some of these photos, and I'll show you guys really quick. There's one. We got Nancy. We got Max, Dustin, Steve, Maya Hawke's character, and for whatever reason I can't remember he's Caleb McLaughlin, I think, is the character.
Yeah.
That's who plays him. But yeah, so we get that.
Nice.
Wonder what they're looking at. We get that.
Mm-hmm.
Bangs.
She's got bangs.
And we get Hopper with a flamethrower. So
very cool.
Let's talk about it. Hold up. Oh my goodness. So Stranger Things season 4. They talked about how, I believe it was Sean Levy talked about a week ago. Yeah, by the time Marvel's What If comes out, I think it's what he said, is you'll know when Stranger Things season 4 is coming out. Well, then a couple days later, we get this teaser of 10 seconds, and it just says 2022. Now, let me say, duh. I think pretty much everybody knew it was going to come out next year, You haven't done any promotion for it, really, and we're about to go into the last quarter of 2021. So, yeah, I think we all assumed it was going to be next year. The bummer of it all, though, is that's going to be like 2.5 years since the last season. And I loved the last season. So I'm really bummed that it's taken so long. There's a lot we don't know about this season. If you guys haven't seen season 3, don't worry. I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm just saying there's a lot we don't know. But Justin, you just give me your quick rapid fire thoughts about it.
I will say I just started season 3 because I'm one of those that are behind on it, but I love the show. I love the first 2 seasons overall. And I'm really looking forward to having this come back. I can't believe it's going to be 2.5 years since we had season 3. It just feels like season 3 premiered, or came on Netflix. I kind of like that we don't know too much. It's kind of getting, again, people kind of pumped up for it. We're seeing little images here and there, this teaser trailer. So I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen with season 4.
Yeah, they have continued to tease that this is going to be the biggest season. It's going to be the most out there season. It's going to take the most risks. It's going to have the most going on. And we know that the Duff brothers have already said that they foresee this being a 5-season run. So
yeah,
we'd have to assume that this season is really going to put a lot out there on the table so you can have this epic final season.
Is this going to be This is not the final season, right?
No, no. The
Okay.
Duffer Brothers have said that now they could always go back and say we actually want to do 6 seasons, but they have said for years they've seen this as a 5-season show. So
See, and I don't want to quote them, but I heard rumors too that they were saying that, we want to go as far as we want. Like when we feel like it's time to end, we'll end it. Because I was
yeah,
hearing again like season 5 was going to be the last one, and then they said, well, we might continue on after that if we feel like there's more story. I
yeah.
don't want it to drag on so much though. Like I want it to end perfectly, because I feel like after a while shows lose steam. So I'm hoping that they kind of end it where they want and be like, okay, this is the final season. This is kind of what we envisioned. Like you said, season 5 possibly being the last season.
They have said that they don't want to keep it going too long because they don't want it to get to a point where these kids are like in their mid-20s.
Yeah.
So I get that. I know that they've also talked about the potential of spinoffs. Hey, how you doing, Bill?
Hey, Bill.
But as far as like how long it's going to go, all we know is that they've said from the beginning we foresaw this being 5, but you are right. They have said, but if we feel like there's more story to tell, well, we're always open to telling more stories. So, that's basically that. That's all we
That's
have
it.
on Stranger Things 4. I just want a damn trailer.
Yeah.
Because let me just tell you. Season 2 of Stranger Things trailer, season 2,
Oh, I loved it.
was probably one of my favorite trailers I've ever
Mine too.
seen.
Yes.
With Thriller playing and them just really honing in on October and Halloween in the trailer.
Loved
I
it.
loved that trailer.
Loved it so much.
So excited. So excited.
And the fact that you hear Vincent, I mean, obviously Vincent Price was part of the Thriller song, but like to hear his voice in it too, I was like, oh, this is amazing. So
Yeah.
I love that trailer. I love it. I go back and watch it every once in a while from time to time.
I think it's the best trailer they've done for that show.
Agreed. Like hands down. Hands down.
All right. So that is Stranger Things season 4. And the next thing I want to talk to you guys about today is actually something that a lot of you might not be super familiar with because I don't hear it get talked about enough. And I think that's because, I don't know, for whatever reason, it hasn't been talked about a lot. I'm sure it'll get talked about because there's a teaser coming out tomorrow for it. So this is actually perfect timing. The first teaser trailer for this comes out tomorrow, and that is Midnight Mass.
Ooh. Love it.
Midnight Mass is a Mike Flanagan directed show for Netflix, and it's going to be in a similar vein as The Haunting of Hill House, The Haunting of Bly Manor, because The Haunting of Bly Manor's Twitter account is the one tweeting out the promotional clips. For a few days now, they've been saying, it's been these, few second clips of like, we're almost there. We're almost, and it's like, what's going on? Well, they dropped one about an hour ago. Or maybe it was a few hours ago. It was this morning, and it said teaser tomorrow. And so I'm stoked for that. I don't know how many, like I said, I don't know how many of you guys are familiar with Midnight Mass. I don't know how many of you have watched Hill House or Bly Manor. I watched both. I loved both. I thought Hill House was scarier. I thought Bly Manor was a better story. More drama there. But Mike Flanagan, anything Mike Flanagan does, I am on board. Oculus, Hush, Doctor Sleep. I mean, the dude is Gerald's Game.
Awesome. One of my favorites.
Yeah, I mean, he is awesome. I love his body of work. And the fact that this is going to be another Netflix show that's in the same vein as Hill House and Bly Manor, I'm on board. I'll watch the teaser tomorrow. I'm sure it'll look creepy because he's really good at working in the world of the paranormal. And he's also really good with drama. I mean, there are some heartbreaking things in Hill House and Bly Manor. And all we know about it is that it is about an isolated island community that starts to experience supernatural events when a strange priest arrives. And that's all we know. That's all we know. So, what do you think, Justin?
I'm excited for this. Now I haven't seen Blind Manor yet, but I've heard it's really good, so I'm gonna go watch it soon. I loved I First of all, Mike Flanagan, one of my favorites today. I mean, and just all time now is one of my favorite directors and creators out there. Um, Anything he touches, for me, I love or really enjoy. Most of the time, I love his stuff. So with him attached to this, that's got me sold. His wife, I think Kate Siegel, is that her
Yep.
name? Um, she's great. I think she's a great actress. So I think she's a part of this. I'm looking forward.
She's the lead.
I love that. I'm looking forward to this. I cannot wait to see it. Haunting of Hill House, the first season, was scary, but it was also just perfect cast, directed well, written well. I absolutely loved it. Again, you mentioned Gerald's Game. That's one of my favorites from him. And Jonathan, I agree. It is a gem. I love it. Oculus, even Ouija, Origins of Evil. Like, that was amazing that he was able to do a sequel or prequel that was better than that first movie. And then a movie that I love, I love Doctor Sleep. I love, Hush. But if you've never seen Before I Wake, you got to see that one. I think that is one of his best, and it's underrated, like so underrated.
Yeah, it didn't really scare me, but it's
No.
really thought provoking. Like,
Yes,
it really is.
yes.
Yeah, he is. I wouldn't put. I honestly, I might, and this might sound blasphemous to some people, but I put Mike Flanagan in the same breath as James Wan.
Me too.
These are two guys that over the past decade, 2 decades, they're building themselves a resume that 30 years from now, you will say their name when you're talking about people like John Carpenter and Wes Craven.
Mm-hmm.
These guys are those guys of the modern era. And I think that we should appreciate that, because James Wan will go down as a top 10 horror director in my mind. And Mike Flanagan very well could too. And
I think he is. Yeah, I think he will.
Yeah, he made my top 10 list.
Hey, Art.
Hello, Art. But I don't know. I think that it's also very underappreciated and not talked about enough that he has ventured into television as well. So he's doing horror movies and he's doing horror shows. And let me tell you something. I'm not a filmmaker, but I guarantee if you ask any filmmaker what's harder to do, what is more time consuming, what's harder, it's a show, because you're doing 8 to 10 hour-long episodes. So you're filming, dozens of hours of content for one project that you're working on. That's got to be difficult.
He filmed, I think he filmed every episode of Haunting of Hill House and said that was some of his most, and don't quote me, I'm not quoting what he said, but he said he loves it, but he said it was also some of the hardest stuff, because again, it's a TV show and he's filming every episode. And there were some like great episodes where like the one shot episode where he's filming and the camera did not stop. Like, he said that was a really, really tough shoot for him, was shooting the first season of Haunting a Hill House, but it worked out well.
Yeah, I mean, I can only imagine.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, so Midnight Mass.
I'm excited.
For it. Keep your eyes peeled for tomorrow for the teaser trailer. If you liked Hill House, you like Bly Manor, you're probably going to like Midnight Mass. So
have you ever seen, not off topic, but have you ever seen the movie Storm of the Century? Do you remember that, Stephen King's?
Yes. God, that was so long ago.
I think he would be great at. I know he's attached to Stephen King, but if they ever remade that, I would love for him to like get his hands on Storm of the Century. That would be really cool.
Well, it's funny too. It's like Mike Flanagan is almost like Stephen King's handpicked director. Like, if Stephen King wants something adapted, he goes to Mike. He's like, or Mike goes to him and he's like, yeah, sure, do it. Like, I really like that. I really like that, because I think he's done justice to some great Stephen King stories. I mean, when you hear people talk about Stephen King, you hear about It, Pet Sematary.
Yeah.
But some of the ones that get missed are Gerald's Game, are Dr. Sleep. And that's so I really I think Mike Flanagan has done justice to some underappreciated King stories for sure.
I agree. I agree. Bill, real quick, says I heard potential rumor that Arthur and the Joker isn't the actual Joker. I've heard rumors of that too.
I have not heard that, but I will say if that's true, I'm not on board with that at all.
I've heard rumors. I've heard rumors. I've
I
heard
just
rumors.
I would not support that at all because it would totally cheapen the
The
character arc
movie,
that
yeah,
Art took throughout that movie to get to where he was.
yeah.
I feel like if they went that route, that is almost essentially saying, hey, we just want to make this a straight up like superhero movie Joker. We want to make this
No,
just comic book movie Joker rather than because if they do that, I feel like they're doing it to expand that
the
story in a way that I don't want that story to go. If you're going to make a sequel, which I heard they're doing, and I'm all for, um,
mhm.
you need to keep it the same way. I want the further descent into madness for Art, and then
Yeah.
and watch him rise as the Joker and really just live out that role.
But I was hearing rumors that that you know how Joker kills Batman's parents later on. I was hearing rumors that while Arthur is the Joker, like he's the one that pretty much started the Joker this timeline. I was hearing rumors that it was an actual other person who decided to kind of name himself the Joker as the killer of Bruce Wayne's parents, if that makes sense. Because at the end of the movie, you have all those people who are for the Joker, dressing up like the Joker. So I was hearing rumors of that. Like that was the rumor I was hearing.
Well, I didn't hear that. I'm definitely going to do some Google searches when we get off here because I want to know. I want to know some of this. But I would not prefer that.
I mean, I think it needs to be a standalone movie. I don't think we need a sequel. I think one movie's perfect. I mean, if we get one and if it's great, awesome. But that first Joker movie was amazing.
The Joker was fantastic. I want a sequel so bad because I thought Joaquin Phoenix in that role was just phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not often you strike gold like that with that character. I mean, you look at Heath Ledger, he did amazing.
I
But then you
loved
look
him.
at
Yeah.
how fans reacted to Jared Leto. And fans were not happy with Jared Leto for the most part. And now
Yeah.
maybe that's a lot of that I know isn't Leto's fault.
No.
But that's just been so mired in controversy that it's almost better to not touch it and just okay, let's do a new iteration. And Joaquin Phoenix was freaking phenomenal. I mean, I just feel like it'd be a shame if we didn't get that. I would really be bummed about that.
Well, like I said, I'll be happy with it because I love that first one, but they have to do it right. Like it's gotta be great. So
Yeah. Brooke Flynn asks a question that's leading me into the last portion of this that I want to talk about, and that's just some of the things coming out this year, or not this year, this month. Brooke Flynn asks, will you guys see Don't Breathe 2? Love the first one. I will, but I don't know if I'll see it in theaters. And I'm having a love-hate relationship with this because I loved the first one. I thought it was very original and exciting.
Mm-hmm.
And I do not like him being portrayed how he's being portrayed in the trailers. Now, Fede Alvarez came out and said, don't worry, he's not the hero. That's fine. But whoever cut your trailer is making him look like an action hero. And not a big fan of that because he was a kidnapping sexual abuser in the first movie. I liked the first movie a lot. And I thought it really turned your expectations on their head with that movie because you thought, oh my God, these people are horrible breaking into his house. And then you're like, oh my God, these people actually aren't that bad. He's worse. So there's a lot. But are you going to see it?
I want to see it. I might see it in theaters. When they announced Don't Breathe 2, I was like, how are they going to do a sequel? I feel like that is a film that didn't need a sequel. It's like, love the first movie, leave it alone. It's a great first standalone movie. And I like the trailers for the second movie. I like the fact that they're changing it up a little bit, but I still think we still have some stuff that we haven't seen yet. Like I don't think the trailer's spoiling everything, but I'll probably see it at some point. So I'm not hyped up for it though.
Yeah. Sean says, I could see that another Joker we have, the Joker's in the new Batman. So I think that is being set up for a new Joker and a Batman sequel. I will say I'm very excited for that, by the way.
Me too.
I'm stoked for Robert Pattinson's Batman. I think that he's a really good actor that doesn't get enough praise because so many people just didn't like Twilight. He's a really good actor. I think that he's going to do really well, and I'm excited for that movie. I really am.
Yeah, I mean, I like The Lighthouse. I thought it was a pretty good movie. I'll probably only see it once, but his performance was amazing, and he's a really good actor. I agree with you. I think he's a really good actor. I think more people need to give his stuff a chance.
He was also really, really good in the movie Remember Me.
I've heard that's good. I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard it's good.
Sean says one movie you should go and see is Stillwater. Okay, so
I haven't seen that one yet.
I have not seen Stillwater, but I've heard that it is very controversial because it's loosely based on the gosh, what's her name? Amanda Knox.
Is it Amanda Knox? Yeah, because yeah.
And I've heard that it's loosely based on her story. Whether you believe her or not, I honestly don't know where I stand on that. I really don't. But I will tell you that I think it's very, very crappy of them to do that based on her story, not consult with her, not even let her know, and to get a lot of the details of that story wrong, just for dramatic effect. I'm sure it's great. Matt Damon's a great actor. It looks great, but it's just a very controversial subject, I think, to kind of mess with. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it personally.
I don't know too much about it.
Yeah, I
don't know too much.
I've watched Sean. So Amanda Knox is like, it was years and years ago in Italy. She was, I don't know if she's studying abroad or something like that. She had a boyfriend. I believe they were in Italy. It was somewhere in Europe. And her roommate got brutally murdered, and she was wrongfully convicted for it once, and then won, and then got convicted of it again, and then won on appeal again, I believe. And it was weird. It was weird. Hey, Rudy.
Hey, Rudy.
And don't worry, T. Parker Evans. We'll get to that Suicide Squad question in a second. But it's just, so the story, it looked really bad on her. Like, it really did. It looked pretty bad because there wasn't a lot of evidence pointing any other direction. But at the same time, they didn't really have a lot of evidence to point at her. So it's very ambiguous of what happened. There was a lot of rumors. There's a lot of character things about her that were weird. Way she was acting, things she was doing. You wouldn't think that's how you would act after something like that happens. But again, innocent until proven guilty, and you can't prove her guilty. So it's just it's a very weird story, no matter where you land on that. So I don't know how I feel about that, but I'm sure I will see it. T. Parker Evans asks about Suicide Squad. Justin, what are your thoughts?
I really liked it. I think that was a film because I saw it on HBO Max. I didn't get to see it in theaters. I think that would have been for me at least, a great theater experience. I think it would have been like even better, but I really liked it. I rank it right now because I've only seen it once, kind of middle-ish or a little bit down, kind of the list of the DCU movies I've seen. But I've never been one that has hated those DCU movies. I can enjoy any of them, honestly. I love the cast. I thought the cast was perfect. You have a fantastic cast there. And I think James Gunn did a great job directing wise. But yeah, I really liked it. I didn't love it, but I did really like it. So I think upon second watch, I'll probably enjoy it even more.
I have not watched it yet, basically because I'm not sure. Is it a movie that you have to have seen previous movies to understand?
No, you could watch this movie without really seeing anything else. So it's a great kind of standalone movie. And in my review, I know some people aren't into the superhero movies, but you can watch this film and still enjoy it. I mean, James Gunn, I think, delivered a film for the comic book and superhero fans, and also for people who aren't into comic book movies. I recommend anybody watch this, because I really think everybody will find something that they enjoy about this movie.
I'll check it out. I have HBO Max, so I'll check it out.
I mean, it's awesome. So, well, it's great. It's great.
Brooke Flynn wants to know, have we pre-ordered the Trick or Treat Studios Kills mask yet? I have not, and that is
I didn't even know that was out.
Well, they sell them at Spirit Halloween, and I get 30% off at Spirit since I used to be a manager. So I'm buying. I already have one that I'm planning to have my source put aside for me, and I'm gonna go there and buy it there. So I can save like $15 on it. So why not?
I'm in the movie, so I'm just getting one for free. The actual mask. Just kidding.
Justin plays Michael.
I play Michael. I'm a stunt double.
Yeah.
So just kidding.
Also, this month we've got Candyman. Candyman comes out.
Oh, yes.
In 3 weeks, less than 3 weeks now. I'm very excited for that. I know you are as well.
I cannot wait. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. So Don't Breathe 2 and Candyman. I know I will be at the movie theater at least once this month to see Candyman for sure.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Got a phone call.
Oh, you got a phone call. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if
what were you saying?
See, I just don't know if I'll see Don't Breathe 2 in the theater, but I will see Candyman in the theater.
I think Don't Breathe is going to be like one of those like $5 matinee showings for me. I think if it's in my local theater, I'll go see it. I'm not in a rush to see that one. Candyman, I'm so excited for. I'm looking forward to it.
T. Parker Evans, I did not hear James say that, but I
was hearing that.
Starting filming. I knew it was filming.
Can you hear me?
No. So sorry. Can you hear me?
No, you're fine. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Hey, Ben.
But yeah, hey, what's up, Ben? No, I did not hear that James Dude Courtney said that, but I knew that because I talked to Sean Clark about that a few months ago, and he had told me off the record that, well, no, I don't even think he told me off the record. I think he told us on the You Need a Horror podcast that the goal was to film it in January. So it's exciting. I'm
looking forward to it.
That's the roundup on the news, guys. There wasn't a ton, but there was some cool stuff that I wanted to talk to you guys about. So now for a few minutes, I'll just open it up in the chat. Usually with these news ones, I only go about an hour. I don't do the 2-hour like Monday stream that we normally do. So for a few more minutes, if you guys have anything you want to put in the chat, any questions, any comments, any love, any well wishes, whatever you want to put in there, feel free.
Please do. Please do.
And while we wait, they're talking, 1 more month until Kills premieres in Venice. Yep. And then we will have our first reviews.
I'm looking forward to it. I need to get that poster still. I need to track one down.
Yeah. I have one.
I know you do.
But it's not framed yet.
Not framed. You're gonna wait till you frame that beauty. So it's gonna be awesome.
But yeah, you can get it on Amazon.
Oh, I'll have to go on Amazon.
Art.
What's your favorite horror novel?
It.
Mine's Pet Sematary. No, is it Pet Sematary or Salem's Lot? Between those two. I have not talked to Bill. Bill, I have not talked to Nick about this. He thought we should do kind of a, like, get up at 4 a.m. Friday morning and watch all the Friday 13th films. I don't know if we could do that, but I was thinking we could do something for Friday the 13th at least.
Okay, so here's the thing. I work on Fridays 8 to 8. But Friday night, yes.
We'll do something.
I think we should do a special event Friday night. And maybe we watch a Friday movie this Tuesday for our streams.
I love that.
And then maybe we don't. and maybe we just wait till Friday and we do another live commentary this week. We do one Tuesday, and then we do a live commentary on Friday of a Friday the 13th film.
I love it. I think we could do that.
What? Oh, Jay, you kick ass, brother. Walking Dead.
Nice.
I've heard that. I've actually been seeing the promos for it. By the way, thank you so much. Thank you. Super chats are the best way for you guys to support the channel, because that goes directly to me to take care of editing and whatnot. So thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Jay, you kick ass. I'll say that again.
Thank you, Jay.
But I've been seeing the promos for it, and I'm like, I'm seeing some characters that I don't recognize, and I'm like, man, I've missed the last couple seasons. I think I watched up until 7. I think 7. Mm-hmm. And in this trailer, I saw Negan was like with he was a good guy. I was like, what? So I'm very confused about that, Jay. But I need to catch up on it. I need to catch up on that.
I need to just go and watch all seasons again, because I have not seen that show since probably the first episode of season 5. I got so behind on so many things.
Oh yeah.
That I need to go and watch.
Yeah. But again, Jay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Jay.
Jonathan says, dudes, I live in Ireland, so I'm like 5 hours ahead. So if you do it early, I'd be more likely to be there. Hey, my work schedule sucks sometimes, so it's all dependent on my work schedule, man. But we will do something. And if we can't do it until later in that night, and obviously you're not awake, always make sure to catch the playback, brother. Always.
Definitely do so.
But yeah, dude, that's awesome. I used to love The Walking Dead. I used to love.
Me too.
And
me too.
So I do need to get back into that before it ends. But thank you, Jay. That means a lot. I really appreciate that, man. And I know you say it's no problem, but it means a lot to me that people would want to super chat. So thank you.
I was gonna, and thank you, Jay. That's awesome. And then I was with Walking Dead. I can't believe it's been like over 10 years since it came out on TV. I'm like, I remember when it premiered. It just feels like it was yesterday.
Yeah, it was a phenomenon, man.
It was. I mean, the first 3 seasons I absolutely love. What's up, Sam? How are you, buddy?
Sam, how you doing, brother?
But I remember when it premiered. I remember every October. That was my thing. I was like, okay, new season of Walking Dead coming on TV.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, I was the same.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. What were you saying?
Okay. So, like I said, guys, we're going to open this up in the chat. And I usually go about an hour on these. I'm getting a bunch of calls from my boss. So I think I am needed. But we were about to wrap this up anyway. We took care of all the news. I'm sorry to cut the chat short, guys, because I do need to reach out to them and find out what's going on. So thank you. If you want to, do you have something you want to say?
T. Parker, real quick. Either versions, you can watch the theatrical or unrated version. The unrated version has like 5 seconds of like gore, but that's about it. He's talking Candyman.
Okay. We will be back tomorrow at 5 p.m. talking the Child's Play franchise. So
can't wait.
Make sure you're here. Make sure you guys are ready to talk some Chucky. And that's going to do it for this quick little, let's talk horror movie news with you. So if you guys are watching on the playback, thanks for watching. Leave a like on the stream if you haven't already, and a like on the video when you're done. And yeah, that's all I got. So Justin, thanks for joining me.
You're welcome. Thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
I did too.
I had fun, and I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. So we'll be back here in 25 and a half hours. Okay.
Bam. There we go. I'm excited. You guys are awesome. So I hope you all have a great Sunday, or wherever you are. Just have a great day.
Take care, guys.
Bye, guys.